Hello! I'm here to show you if you really waste your money when you buy these twigs that you get in the mail from those catalogs that they send you. You wonder, I spent all my money and I got these bare root twigs so tiny. Are they ever going to get foliage? Are they going to get big? Well, I'm here to show you how mine did the first year or the second year. Come on! They send them to you in a red plastic bag so that it catches your eyes and you can take them out immediately and put them in water. And you don't leave them there sitting and they can get all dried out. This is last year's, or I should say this is the second year for these, starting their second year. They died back. They died back with the cold and the snow. Even though we put a lot of wood chips on them, they died back, but they came back. Look at all of them. These are my extras. I have others that have been planted amongst the rest of the food forest, and these are just extra. What we do is we make a trench, and on that trench, we just put the extra ones. This year, I got a group of new, brand spanking new plants sent to me right now. They came from a corporation which asks you what kind of group of trees you want. And I told them that I was looking for red foliage. And they send me these trees right here from their color code chart. American sweet gum, 2 red maples, 1 red oak, 1 scarlet oak, 1 silver maple, 2 sugar maple, 1 hawthorn, and 1 dogwood. And here they are, all squeezed into this little trench right here. I am convinced that the reason why they grow so fast and lush is because I feed it comfrey tea 3 times a year. I really do. I believe that that's why. Here I am making some comfrey tea. As you all know, I do plant a comfrey plant with all my fruit trees, and I cut them back. I cut the comfrey back 3 times a year. Well, the more I trim, the more it grows. Look at this. I make 1 5-gallon, put it in the sun for 2 weeks to make the comfrey tea, and out of this 5-gallon, I dilute it 3 times, so I make 3 5-gallon buckets out of it. And then I feed it to the baby plants, the smaller plants. As a fertilizer. And I am convinced that that is why my plants are so big and lush. After the 2 weeks are up, I take my bucket and I put the wilted comfrey all over my fruit. Well, no, not my fruit, but all over my vegetables and my fruit trees. Wherever I could put it. This, I'm putting it over in front of my tomatoes and behind the tomatoes, next to the peppers. It's very, very thick, so I have to dilute it with water from my rain barrels. And I make 2, this time I made 2, but usually I make 3 5-gallon buckets. And every single one of my baby plants gets a big, huge, gigantic drink of it. They start like this. and end like this after the first year. Because it gets so hot here in the summer, I utilize the shade of this poplar tree to give the little seedlings or the little tiny trees a fighting chance. And here they are now. Look at the foliage for it. This has been about a month. Look at this. Almost every single one of them has some foliage, except this little tiny little one right here. But if you look real closely, there is some green at the bottom of that, so even that one is not a loss. On this side, I planted 3 because there was no more room on the other side. And this one here is the maple. It's looking good, really good. These 2 right here under the basket are also maple. And even though I thought this little one was not going to come back, there it is. It's a sugar maple. And another sugar maple. Now, I'd like to show you this tree right here. That was one of the figs that I thought was dead last year. And this one, specifically this one that I thought I killed because I cut it back. This year, I promise I'm not going to cut it back. This is my Celeste fig. Look how big that is. Now, folks, I was so scared I cut it back and I killed it. See that? But no, it came back thanks to comfrey tea. See you later. Bye-bye. And as always, hit the bell, like, share, and subscribe.